The first President Drug List, or popularly known as PRRD List or Narco-list, was obtained. On the left is worksheet found in the new target list and original list. This contains 5 levels with description and a column for amount. On the right is worksheet found in file name August 2020 and PRRD List Pro NIR. These have only 4 levels with description and an evaluation. This slide is a photo gallery of high-value target found in the lists. On the left, the new target list, original list, and ID list contain fewer photos than the one on the right with file name August 2020 and PRRD List Pro NIR. Shows a photo gallery of alleged Binondo personalities found on the list. Just like the previous slide, the new target list, original list, and ID list on the left contain fewer photos than the one on the right with file name August 2020 and PRRD List Pro NIR.
So Colonel Patay, doon sa panahon na in-implement niyo po itong madugong gera laban sa droga, sabi na nga po na mahigit 100 ng buhay na nasawi. Ano po ang pinagbasihan po ninyong listahan?
That was based on the reports from the BADAC, Mr. Chair, and intel reports coming from the intel of our unit, Mr. Chair.
The question now is, doon sa mga namatay at inoperate, ilan doon ba talaga yung inosente at hindi dapat nasa listahan?
Making of the drug list, sir, is concerned.
Okay, will you submit to us, or are you going to make a presentation?
We will give you a copy, sir, but again, we ask for your indulgence. Please find time to look at it, because we assure you that after we finish the presentation, you will understand how this list came about. And
Sige, please.
yes, sir, I would like to request our Director for Intelligence, Director Bitong, sir, to brief.
Okay. So with the indulgence of the members of the committee, we will allow the PDEA to make this presentation or this report before the quadcom. Please proceed.
Please bear with me, sir, as I try to read it so that I can deliver it crisply and clearly. This is based, we tried to be very faithful to the data that were made available to us. Next. So actually, sir, what I'm showing is the history of the PRRD's list. In several occasions, the former president showed lists and mentioned drug personalities in his public appearances. On August 7, 2016, he mentioned Mayor Mabilog along with 159 others. Next. In December 2016, the first President Drug List, or popularly known as PRRD List or Narco-list, was obtained. On September 28, 2017, the second list was obtained. This was merged with the first list. The total personalities combined were now at 6,191. On October 19, 2017, during the technical working group meeting, the TWG included in the list the personalities mentioned by PRRD on August 7, 2016. Thus, the total 6,221. 30 out of 159 new personalities were added. The others also mentioned were already in the list. In March 2018, the third list with 6,623 was received. The first, second, and third list was combined, removing redundancies resulting to a total of 6,562 personalities. During this period, series of intelligence workshops, the crafting of policies and guidelines, and remedied subcommittee meetings were conducted. It was on 28 May 2019 when the President's drug list was renamed Interagency Drug Information Database, or IDID. From May 14, 2021 to April 7, 2022, 3 remedied committee meetings were conducted. Out of 1,046 POIs adjudicated by the remedied committee, only 885 were approved. 600 POIs recommended for deletion, 249 for relegation to suspense file, and 36 for retention, and 153 POIs remain pending. This is the current IDID, the working database that is the product of remedied from the first, second, and third list. Upon the assumption of PBBM, the committee members conducted several consultation meetings. A letter signed by current SILG as chairman, the former SILG, as chairman of remedied committee, proposing the dissolution of the remedied guidelines and procedures was forwarded to the Office of the President on May 24, 2024. This is yet to be approved. Meanwhile, the different regional adjudication committees are continuously deliberating their IDID. In our effort to come up with a comprehensive study, PDEA obtained the following e-copies, as shown. When PDEA was tasked to study the origin of PRRD list, PDEA gathered versions from other sources as shown. First on the list is the new target list. It is the file name. It was recovered from old PDEA files. The original list in August 2020 was acquired by the Director General of PDEA on September 2024. The PRRD list pro-NIR was recovered by the Deputy Director General for Operation, ASEC Renato Gumban. And the IDID list is the working database maintained by PDEA, processed from first, second, the PRRD pronouncement, and the third list. I will show you, sir, the details of the different lists. Going to the details, shown are the properties and contents of the different lists. Comparing the 5 Excel e-copies, we come up with the following results. New target list and original list are the same with 3,981 names. The August 2020 and PRRD list pro-NIR have minor differences. File name PRRD list pro-NIR has only 31 worksheets compared to August 2020 with 32 because it contains worksheet NIR. IDID, the official list of remedied committee, has a total of 6,276. Let me just note that Attorney Wesley A. Barayuga, the PCSO official killed on July 30, 2020, was included in August 2020 and PRRD list pro-NIR, but never in IDID. Going deeper, sir, you will note, sir, that the new target list is authored by PNP-CIDG, as well as the original list, PNP-CIDG. And the next, the August 2020, is authored by a certain Ianism, as well as PRRD list pro-NIR, while the IDID has no more author because this is a working database. Upon checking the properties of the same 5 Excel files, particularly the original list, It has the PNP-CIDG and Yanism as the authors, 4 of which were created last July 25, 2016, while the IDID was created last November 15, 2022, because, as I said, it is a working database and properties change every updating. The next slide. This is what we were talking about earlier. This slide shows notable differences among the lists. On the left is worksheet found in the new target list and original list. This contains 5 levels with description and a column for amount. On the right is worksheet found in file name August 2020 and PRRD list Pro NIR. These have only 4 levels with description and an evaluation. These do not have the amount column. In the IDID list, all these worksheets are not included. Next. This slide is a photo gallery of high-value target found in the list. On the left, the new target list, original list, and IDID list contain fewer photos than the one on the right with file name August 2020 and PRRD list Pro NIR. On the next slide, shows a photo gallery of alleged Binondo personalities found on the list. Just like the previous slide, the new target list, original list, and IDID list on the left contain fewer photos than the one on the right with file name August 2020 and PRRD list Pro NIR. In both lists, the PCOL personalities Jackson Lee and Wong Meng Pin are included. Our findings. There is indeed the President's drug list, commonly known as PRRD list. All 4 lists obtained were authored on July 25, 2016. File name, new target list, and original list are both authored by PNP-CIDG. The file name PRRD, Pro NIR, and August 2020 have same author, Yanism. These were recently obtained and did not undergo official validation by the remedied. There are many inconsistencies and differences between the different lists. The counts of personalities vary. There are double or triple entries, many aliases, insufficient details. The top high-value target personalities with some names on the picture gallery are not included in the list. There are also inconsistent recapitulation and numbering on the sheets. The 3 Chinese killed in Tapicol are included in the list. The original list contained the amount column. Mayor Mabilog was not included in the original list until October 19, 2017, 2 months after second list was received. And Attorney Wesley Barayuga was included only in August 2020 and PRRD list Pro NIR, but never in IDID or the official list. That ends our briefing, sir.
Mr. Chair, can I have just some clarificatory question?
Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just to the PDEA, nabanggit niyo po kanina, based on what I gather, it was a list that was having a lot of revisions from the time that it started, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, if it was being revised continuously, we were seeing deaths left and right since 2016 onwards.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how can we now say that those deaths and those operations were indeed validated through drug personalities? if the list itself that served as the basis of the PNP to implement was not validated, nor was it final in nature?
That was the predicament that we had while we were trying to analyze the lists, Your Honor, because we found out that, let us just take, for example, the first list or the original list. It was sent to PDEA, it was studied by PDEA, and when it was submitted back to the palace, that is what I understand, a second list would be given back to PDEA. And it was observed that there would be names included in the list that was being sent back to PDEA. So parang, ano sir, we checked on the list, we send it forward, we send it upwards for them to check on it, hoping that there would be no more names included, but it was the opposite. There would be names again that would be included. And so this continued until the third list. And so as not to miss anything, we already, so as not to miss anything, the lists were already combined with each other to come up with the August 2020 list, removing the names that were redundant, or maybe there were deaths already, so they were removed from the list already. So that was how the list evolved, Your Honor.
Do we have somebody from the CHR here, Mr. Chair? Do we have a representative from the CHR?
Yes, earlier they were here, but after the interview with the victims earlier, we allowed them to be excused for this particular.
No, I just wanted to know lang, Mr. Chair, kasi base sa sinabi ng PDEA, it was around 2020 where, you know, a working draft that was actually validated was finalized, more or less, correct?
Your Honor, just to make a clarification, the file name is dated August 20, 2020. But as early as 2019,
Original, 20.
yeah, second.
Original yan, sir.
Yeah.
Ito lang, sir, ito, sir, separated outside.
Yeah. The file name is only August 20, 2020, Your Honor, but as early as 2019, because after the NSC,
Oh, yes, sir.
General Bitong will explain, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Actually, starting January 4 of 2016, sir, it already undergo a TWG deliberation. There is no remedy yet. It has
Mr.
not
Chair,
yet been
Mr.
approved.
Ano? January 2016?
No, sir. It's January 2017.
Oh, yun.
January 4, 2017.
So meaning, it was on July 1 that the former president assumed office. So it was not until the following year of the first month, January 2017, that this list was, how do you say it, processed, correct?
Sir, may I... actually, sir, starting July 4 of 2016, 5 days after the assumption, the President started showing already and announcing, showing in public the President's list.
So what was the basis of that list?
We only got the official list on January 4 of 2017, the first list.
Colonel Patay, di ba tanong ko lang, di ba sabi nyo kanina na-assign kayo sa Davao
Del Norte po, Mr. Chair.
Tapos, pagkatapos ng assignment nyo doon, anong taon yon?
Until 2016 July, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Until 2016 July.
Can you speak louder?
2016 July, Mr. Chair.
2016 July. Tapos in 2016 July, saan po kayo nailipat?
Dito po sa NCRPO Station 6 QCPD, Mr. Chair.
NCRPO Station 6. Nung kayo po ang naipwesto dito, gaano katagal po kayo naglingkod dito po sa NCRPO Station 6?
11 yata yun, Mr. Chair. 11 months from July to September, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chair.
Doon po sa kabuuan nung 11 buwan, maalala nyo po ba kung ilan ang drug operations ninyo na nagresulta sa pagkamatay ng suspect?
Hindi ko po bigay yung exact figure, Mr. Chair.
But more or less?
Hindi ko po ma-estimate. Last time, Mr. Chair, previous hearing, may guidance na po dito na ang listahan po ay, I think that it was submitted yata dito sa committee na to, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Can you give me a ballpark figure?
I was not able to look at the report, Mr. Chair. I cannot give the figure, Mr. Chair. Magkamali po ako.
Chairman Paduano, maybe you can tell me?
Anyway, just to correct your statement, Colonel Patay, of course, baka nakalimutan mo na, you stayed in NCRPO, QC, station in Batasan.
Station 6.
Station 6 nga, pero QC. Diba? Quezon
QC,
City.
Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr.
You were assigned here in the NCRPO July 1.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And July 4, you were assigned as Station 6 Commander. Tama?
If the records...
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
anyway, yung transfer mo pabalik doon sa CIDG,
CIDG after my assignment dito sa Station 6, Mr.
correct.
Chair.
And that is September.
Yes,
So
Mr.
you stayed in Station 6 more than a year.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
More than a year.
More than.
Now, during the previous hearing sa Committee on Human Rights, as reported, the data shows that more than 100 was killed, which is drug-related operations.
Mr. Chair, I cannot confirm or deny that data.
And that is the data presented to us, not you, but the CHR.
Okay. Thank you very much, Congressman Paduano. So anyway, so Colonel Patay, doon sa panahon na in-implement niyo po itong madugong gera laban sa droga, sabi na nga po na mahigit 100 ng buhay na nasawi. Ano po ang pinagbasihan po ninyong listahan?
That was based on the reports from the BADAC, Mr. Chair, and intel reports coming from the intel of our unit, Mr. Chair.
Intel of the PNP?
There was already a list in the stations produced or stored coming from the BADAC, Mr. Chair, because during that time the barangay officials were very cooperative on that campaign, Mr. Chair.
So anyway, ang akin lang pong medyo dala ng konting, hindi naman konti kasi ang malaking pangamba, Mr. Chairman, is PDEA said that it was a working draft, this list, that was used as basis to implement the drug war. And it was not until 2020 was an interagency task force was created to have still a processing draft of a list. And that was 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. That was 4 years after the assumption. How many lives were lost during that time? The question now is, doon sa mga namatay at inoperate, ilan doon ba talaga yung inosente at hindi dapat nasa listahan? Kasi yung mismong listahan na pinagbabasihan, hindi pa nga final in nature, Mr. Chair. So, siguro, Mr. Chair, one of my requests is for PDEA to give us this list and we can cross-match it to those individuals that were, how do you say it, unjustly lost their lives, and then we can see really the loopholes in the implementation of this drug war. That's my point, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat.
Salamat, Congressman Suarez.